Good evening, Justine from Uganda. You are most welcome to Straight Talk Africa.
Thank you, Sheikh. Good evening, big brother.
You're most welcome, my sister.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank Sheikh Papa Kwesi. Actually, I even do not know whether he's from Uganda or he's just reading about us, but everything that he is saying is the right thing. Sheikh, you come from our country and you really know what is happening here. We are celebrating 50 years of independence, but the greediness in our country, the resources, the way they are being exploited is really unacceptable. Sheikh, things are going wrong with leaders in Africa. We are blessed. The way Papa is saying it is right. Africa is blessed with everything. Mostly Uganda, we have almost everything. But a leader who has been in office for over half the golden jubilee years, 50 years, he can't even put up a balance sheet of what he has done and contributed to the nation. And he wages himself according to the leaders who have been there, when a budget can't even be 20% of what it is today. Sheikh, Papa is right. African leaders are so greedy, and we thank leaders like him. We thank leaders who want to come into power like him. I don't know whether people in Uganda are watching this, but all the oppositions here right now, I have a feeling they must be watching, because most of them are locked into their houses. Police is outside watching, and nothing is going on. And someone says that he's a good governor of a country. Things are going wrong. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Eric, you heard, of course, Papa is saying that you have to have a ballot box, which you have in Uganda. And he thinks that if you have that and you have term limits, you have no problem. He also tells you that, for example, he's running for president, no matter what you think. But people also, the last time I checked, run for president in Uganda, don't they?
Yes, I agree with what you've just said. I think having a ballot box can mean different things. If the ballot box is to produce genuine results, then that's fine. But if the ballot box is imposed from the outside, that if you don't elect your president, if you don't elect your members of parliament, then you are not going to get financial assistance from outside. Then you are going to have a ballot box that is meaningless. And I think in the case of Uganda, we have had a ballot box that is meaningless. It is just to show that we have had elections regularly. Sometimes they call them free and fair, but this is just to meet a prerequisite for getting foreign aid. So that's why there's a difference between what Papa was saying and what is happening in Uganda. I think what has happened in Ghana is what Papa is saying, because in Ghana there has been a transfer of power. The ballot box is working. I have been following Ghana. Ghana is making progress, and I think because they are having term limits, people come in and they go, and those that come in correct some of the errors that were made by the previous government, and they build on what has been done. But in Uganda, the ballot box is not serving that purpose, and I think we need to look at it quite differently. So what we have in Uganda is different from what is happening in Ghana.
Why is it different? Because both countries have what is called independent electoral commissions. Are you telling me that perhaps there is something wrong with the Ugandan Electoral Commission or the Ugandan ordinary people themselves?
First of all, I think it's the question of leadership. If the leader does not intend to develop the people, whether you have got an election or not, it's not going to happen. And my belief, and I have studied the Uganda situation, I have read and written a lot on Uganda's situation. I do not think the leadership in Uganda really intends to develop the people of Uganda. It is there to accumulate wealth. And that's why the lady who spoke talked about corruption, talked about sectarianism, there is colonism, there is mismanagement. When you combine all these things together, whether you have had an election or not, whether it was free and fair or not, whether it was an independent electoral commission or not, it's not going to produce the desired results. As you know, at the time of independence, Uganda was ahead of Kenya and Tanzania And by 1970, Uganda was actually enjoying a high standard of living. We have not reached the standard of living that was attained in 1970. We are way, way behind. And as Papa was saying, Uganda and Ghana have everything you can think of. Human resources, natural resources, we have got everything. But the difference is in leadership. And until the leadership changes and we get a new patriotic leadership that is determined to lift everybody out of poverty, whether you have elections, whatever instruments you have, unless the leadership is patriotic enough, ready to move with the people, consult the people, let the people participate in the development process, that dream is not going to be realized.